Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing episode number 45 of I Build Your Teams, the series where I build my viewers' teams into the best teams possible for my team unlimited and or competitive play based on how much MT they have and what their squad is currently looking like. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 7,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate your support if you haven't already, if you do subscribe. Excuse me. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and start off with the first team today, which comes in from my boy Trent. He's got 200,000 MT. Said he just got rid of Dyson Daniels for MJ. Also has point guard, shooting guard, or small forward AD, but he's not sure if he fits on the team. And this is a pretty good team. I don't really have any issues with where you have anybody arranged per se. The only thing that I would probably say is that I'm not a big fan of that 75th Kobe. I definitely think there are some better options at the shooting guard position. I think you got a couple different options for this team. The first option will be keeping KD at the 3 and picking up a guy like Supernova T-Mac to play your backup 2. I'm assuming you're on next gen because you have Luka, so if you are on next gen, keep Luka. If you're not on next gen, replace him with a guy like Dunktober JR at the backup 1. But excuse me, either way, I think you can either go Supernova T-Mac at the backup 2 instead of Kobe and keep KD at the 3, or you could move KD to the 2 and go Giannis at the backup 3. The 75th anniversary Giannis is a really, really good card. That's how I personally would look at this team, and what I would personally try to change is just that shooting guard, maybe the backup small forward position, depending on how you want to organize it. The rest of your team, though, I like really, really a lot. You could upgrade Taco as well to one of the other tacos, like a Glitch Taco instead. Glitch Taco is definitely better than the Galactic Taco. He's going to be more expensive, but you have the MT to do that as well if you want to upgrade your team a little more. Next squad comes in from Calis. Got a little over 400k MT. He's got an interesting team. He's got some really good pieces, but the way that he has his team organized really kind of confuses me. First of all, Yao and Taco, I don't love this personally. If you're, in my personal opinion, you can keep it this way if you want. I don't think it's going to kill you to have Yao and Taco on the court together like this, but I like Luka. I don't like this Magic very much. I would sell him. I think that's an immediate move, and I would probably sell Taco as well. And okay, I'm just going to rebuild this team on 2KDB real quick because I'm going to change some things up. I want it to be more visually easy to follow with what I would change with this squad. So at the 1, right now you have what, Yao at the 1? Yeah, I don't think Yao at the 1 is probably going to be the move. You have Jokic, so I think you just go Jokic at the 1. And then Luka obviously is a dominant force on next gen, so we throw Luka in at the 2. At the 3, you have Chris Webber. I mean, he's one of the best small, if not the best small forwards in the game. He's got to play. And then we go Eaton at the 4, and something along the lines of Glitch Taco at the 5, or something like this for your starting lineup. Then coming off the bench, you're going to sell Magic, in my opinion. Giannis is great. Harden is really good. I think Harden can definitely play. I'd probably go Harden at the backup 1. Something like, I don't know, maybe probably Mystic Kawhi at the 2. Mystic Kawhi would be a really good guy to run at the 2. I'd say he's pretty cheap and really, really good. And then you go Giannis at the 3. And you can even downgrade this Giannis to the 75th Giannis if you want to. And then at the backup 4, you go something like, or no, we'll keep Ralph at the backup. You know what? Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, Ralph at the backup 4, and then we go Yao at the backup 5. Probably Colossal Yao, because I think he's the best option in terms of Yao Ming. So this is the way that I build this 10-man. I know I've spent a lot of time on this team, but I think you can upgrade. Take this squad to this team, you'll probably save some MT, and your team is going to have more success with a squad more traditionally built like this. Next team today comes in from Sharp. He's got 300,000 MT. He's looking for a backup small forward. He's got MJ, Kawhi, Weber, D-Rob, and Taco, Dyson Daniels, Michael Finley, Ralph, and Yao off the bench. Needs a backup small forward, like he said. To fill that backup small forward position, just to start off, I think 75th anniversary Giannis is a great option. I think you throw him in there. Not going to have any sort of issues with him. Outside of that, I would sell this Invincible Kawhi, swap him out for Mystic Kawhi. They literally play the exact same. You could argue that the Mystic Kawhi is better, actually, because he got Curry Slide, and this Kawhi only has Pro Size Escape instead of Curry Size Escape. So that would benefit you, I think, right there, just to do something like that. And yeah, I mean, this team's already really good, though. I think you throw in Mystic Kawhi here. You throw in a guy like Supernova T-Mac off the bench. MJ and Dyson Daniels is good. You could replace Dyson with JR if you want a little bit more shot creation. But MJ, Kawhi, Mystic Kawhi, C-Web. Sell D-Rob probably just because I think he's a bit expensive. Although, D-Rob's a good card. If you enjoy D-Rob, keep him. No problem there. Taco and Yao, Ralph is great. And then you go Giannis off the bench. So backup point guard and shooting guard, maybe point guard with JR, and then shooting guard with a guy like Supernova T-Mac. Swap out Kawhi and potentially sell D-Rob and swap him for a guy like Jet Holmgren maybe. After that, I like your team a ton. Next squad comes in from Luke. He's got 300,000 MT on current. He's got Jokic, KD, Giannis, Yao, Taco, Dyson, T-Mac, Jabari, Chet, and Ralph. Really, really good team. But you're on current gen and you don't have MJ in your lineup. I feel like that's almost just like a no-go. You can't be doing that. For me personally, I would definitely sell this KD and buy maybe potentially the invincible MJ. No, just go the 75th anniversary Dark Matter MJ. He's really good. He's basically the invincible, and he's much cheaper than the invincible. So we go Jokic, 75th MJ, then Giannis, Yao, and Taco, Dyson Daniels, T-Mac, Jabari, Chet, and Ralph off the bench is really, really good. You could also potentially, and in fact, I probably would. I would move this T-Mac since he can play point guard, move him to the 1, and buy Mystic Kawhi at the 2, sell Dyson Daniels as well. So sell KD and Dyson, buy 75th MJ and 70 era Mystic Kawhi as your 2s, and then I think your squad is looking really, really set. Next team today comes in from Robert. He's got 120 KMT. His team is looking pretty solid. This is the type of team that doesn't need upgrades, if you know what I mean. Like, he's got MJ, he's got T-Mac, he's got Harden and Kawhi, which is really good. So he's got size, shot creation, all those things. Weber and Scotty's good. Shaq. I mean, this team doesn't need upgrades. For me personally, though, I think in order to save MT with only 120,000 MT and some more content drops coming up, I think you sell Scotty Barnes. He's just a bit expensive for how good I personally believe he is. I think you could go with a guy like, per se, a 75th Giannis again would be a great option, or a Jabari Smith with some extra Hall of Fame badges. Either of those would be great options, I think, and better upgrades, or not maybe upgrades as much as just better fits than Scotty Barnes, and also saving you a lot of MT from a guy like Scotty Barnes. Just my personal opinion. I like this team, but I think Scotty Barnes could go and save you some MT, and you're not going to notice a difference really. Next squad comes in from here. He's got 1.8 mil on current, wants to upgrade his power forwards. I agree. Rest of your team is awesome. Kobe, T-Mac, MJ, Kawhi, Weber, Giannis. This is amazing, and you got Taco and Yao as your centers. Your team is elite. Evan Mobley and Daryl Dawkins. I would not say they're like terrible like you're saying they are, but I don't think they're elite cards. So I think you could potentially go look to swap out for a guy like Ralph Sampson. I think is a great option. You throw him in at the 4, and then you bring Evan Mobley off the bench. You could maybe go Chet Holmgren instead of Evan as well. But I think get a Ralph, and get a Ralph with some extra Hall of Fame badges, and you're not going to notice. I mean, that's going to really help your squad out a lot. You have so much MT as well that you could consider getting like an in-game power forward, a guy like Shaq, who's maybe the best power forward in the game besides Yao and Taco, who can play power forward. Like, you have enough MT where you could do that if you wanted to, but honestly, it's up to you. Not sure if that's an upgrade that I would really commit to making. I don't really know. I mean, it's up to you, but overall, really good squad. Next squad comes in from Danny. He's got 730k, says he's open to suggestions. He's got MJ, Kawhi, Weber, Ralph, Taco, JR, T-Mac, Giannis, AD, and Yao. Really good team. I mean, this is the type of team, again, where it doesn't need significant upgrades, but I would potentially consider swapping out AD for a guy like Chet, or if you want to pay the hefty price, you go with a guy like Shaq, in-game Shaq. Your team is, again, really, really good. I just think that you can upgrade your power forward position, get a guy with a little bit more size, who's a little bit more versatile as well than AD, and that might be a slight upgrade that you could make that will definitely benefit your team. But overall, again, I like this team a lot. I think it's really good. I think you're not really, I mean, you got a great squad all the way around. And then finally, team comes in from Jimmy. He's got like every card in the game. I mean, this account is nuts. 6 million MT, basically all in games besides Luka on next gen. Like, I mean, he's saying he wants me to wants to know how I would arrange this. This is a flex team, though. I mean, pretty clearly. And I mean, I'll let you flex. I'm cool with it. So he's got MJ, he's got KD, he's got LeBron, he's got Giannis, T-Mac, Kawhi. I think the 2 best small shooting guards in the game are T-Mac and Kawhi. I would probably go T-Mac here, Kawhi off the bench, and then go Luka at your backup 1, run MJ as your starting 1. LeBron and in-game Giannis are the ones that I'd be running at the 3, not the point guard Giannis, but the other Giannis. That's how I would run the 3s. The 4s, I would go Shaq and Wilt, and then the 5s, I'd go Taco and Yao. So I'd sell AD, I'd sell this Giannis, and I'd sell this KD by what did I say? I said buy Giannis and then buy Shaq. And I mean, I think at that point, you basically have literally the best team that you could possibly build in my team. This is an absolute flex team. I mean, your team is nuts, Jimmy. This is crazy to me. So I'll say this. If you're looking to share an account next year on Xbox, maybe hit my DMs, because if you play mainly offline, I don't know. This team is nuts. But anyways, that's beside the point. That is going to do it for this episode. Hopefully y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.